All right. So I have an so this is related to art dealership work. So the art dealership overview is this thing. There are items in America, in India and Pakistan, which are for very low price. For example, 5 rupee currency note itself, right? 5 rupee currency note itself. We procure it from there and sell it on eBay.com America, and then ship it from there itself. Okay. Let's say we buy we say so basically within the art is, even usual stuff is like 5 rupee note could be worth $5 in America. That's the whole idea. So you have to make sure, whatever you're shipping, it has to make sense in the sense that like let's say that the cost of shipping is $5 in like let's say 1500 rupees, then that doesn't make any sense to do this. But if let's say it is 5 rupee, that's a lot of money. That's like 1500 rupees. So we find these gaps in the products which we can directly sell on ebay.com, and then they are kind of, and we package it as an art stuff, and then it can be 100 times more. It can be really small. If you send, let's say the shipping cost is very high, you can always try to think, we can think of ways to club it. Let's say we get 100 items collected, we know that we can sell it, and then you put them in separate envelopes and send that to America, and I just paste the stamp and write the address and then send it. That's also possible. So we need to think about this thing. But here is the thing, right? So this is a very important thing. So we want to be able to sell 700 to 800,000 worth of goods every time, and every year, and that's how. That's the main idea. That's the main idea, that we want to be able to sell these kind of things. So this is pretty easy thing. You will be surprised, some things which are basically trash in America, in India and Pakistan, they are basically really expensive in India, in America. It could be, let's say, I give you example of currency note. First of all, we should do research. What else can be shipped? I'm not sure whether currency note can be shipped. So we need to be careful there. It's just an idea. So we're not saying let's do it right away. We're not, and we haven't done it. Basically, so we have to check. Like it can be a broken, fan of older days, a khaitan fan of older days, something very old. It can be really old. So you need to really do scavenging. Go to antique shops and go to those shops which sell old stuff like kabadi dukan, and then find out those things which are really old, like hookah. Hookah could be the broken hookah, like which is the 70-year-old hookah, could be a really expensive item there. So we need to find those art thing, and we basically do it as part of charity only. So we sell it as a charity account. This is a very important thing. We sell it as a YoMa charities account, and then we sell it, and then whatever money comes, that goes in the YoMa charity account. That's how it works, right? So remember, this is kind of part of the charity too in one way. So yeah, this is the thing. So basically we identify items. Again, we have to understand the websites which basically tell you what are the art items, which are the top selling art items in Pakistan or in India, which are good in America, in India. And then we sell, and then we either send the shipment to me of 100 items or 200 items or 500 items, or you send the shipment directly to the people, whatever is cheaper. Obviously, if you send directly to people, that's much easier for us, because if I'm there in the process, it will be my processes depending on me will be not done. So this is but anyway, but this idea should be used only when there is a 100% need of us. If it can be done by spending a little money, by directly handling it, then you should do that. But this is the whole idea about the art dealership work. And see, it has to be all online. If we have to go somewhere, it's not going to work, because if I have to find someone to go somewhere, then he'll charge according to Uber prices, right? It's very expensive, right? He'll charge $35 per hour to go there and get it. So then it won't be feasible. It's feasible only when the entire work is done in India or in Pakistan, the offshore. So in my mind, this idea is all offshoreable. Even this thing, मेरे को याद है old time कुंडे होते थे, ये ऐसे कुंडे होते हैं छोटे छोटे से, ये भी बड़े expensive है यहाँ पे, मिलते नहीं हैं, हमने बेचने as an art item. अच्छा, print out of paintings. If the print, so let's do the printout of paintings. If those can be sold, AI art, we can make the paintings using the AI art these days of anything. Let's say like Karbala ki ladai, let's say any other ladai, any Panipat ka first battle, second battle, third battle, we print it and then print it on a paper. So let's see the cost of printing and then sell it as an art item. So the way I would do it is I'll first sell it and then print it. But I should know the cost of printing in India or Pakistan, wherever I'm sending it from. And then we have to know how to package it. The paintings have to be rolled and then packaged in a round box item. You should know that. And then that has to be sent to me. 20 paintings every month are coming, and we are sending it to the right person from here. So this is the way it will be done. And so we have to keep identifying more and more items which can come here and then be sent from there here. Okay. Yeah, this is not Amazon FBA. This is different because we are totally creating items which are kind of art style. And that's the whole idea. Making sense? These are all art style things, and so this is the whole idea. So this is the main idea, and this idea is all about ensuring that we sell art related stuff, and it is through ebay.com or amazon.com also, I don't mind. And then it is also through, actually even on Amazon, if you send all these items to Amazon, let's say 100 items to Amazon, you're sure you can sell it, and then you sell it as an art stuff to people, and then it's possible. Okay, so in this thing there are a few other things. We may have to get the assessment done. We may have to get the assessment of the art done. So this is a key step. We go to our dealer in America or in India or Pakistan. So if in India, Pakistan are allowed to do the assessment, then we check that you use those assessment. So sometimes because charity is doing that, right? So sometimes IRS does not allow it. So we have to make sure that IRS thinks of this assessor's assessment value as a true value. This is a very important step. So IRS has to say that, okay, this assessor in India, I'm repeating, this assessor in India is a good assessor. He's internationally certified, so his assessment holds value. And yes, so we can get the assessments done, let's say, and then that assessment is what we would also need. So, and then we send it sell it on eBay. So this is, we want to be able to sell $1 million worth of art items like this every year, right? But and we have to sell it. If we are not able to sell it, that's a problem, because that's the main criteria. We have to be able to sell it. So this is the art dealership kind of idea where assessment is involved. This is a key step. This is assessment is involved. So if, let's say, international assessors' values are not approved by IRS, we have to get the assessment done in America. And then the step changes. First, we have to send everything to America. We get the assessments done here. Then we have to check out the price of assessment, because here a simple assessment might cost $100. So we have to know that's cost of assessment. So we have to find the cost of assessment of a certain item. So then we have to have the scale of the item. Let's say that item is $5 and it sells for $2,200, and $100 assessment and $20 is shipping, then it's of no use. So you have to find the correct things which basically would be feasible from a business standpoint, that assessors price. So main thing is, if you can try to find international. If you can try to find international assessor in India and Pakistan, and that is approved by IRS, that is approved by by international authorities, then that would work. And that's probably the first step we should do. And then we should see how much is the assessment cost of those items, and then we should basically start to do this business. So I guess let's see. I want you to come out with a project plan, and then let's see what you guys think about it, and let's do it. Okay, thank you guys.